Peace and blessings, everybody. Cyber Supreme Broad in the building, man. Let's talk a little Milwaukee Bucks and how the Bucks will fare in the bubble at the end of this month in July. Well, in my opinion, I feel like the Bucks got one of the toughest schedules in the bubble right now. I think they got a lot of early games. They got some morning and afternoon games. They only got about 3 evening games in their schedule. They'll be kicking it off at the end of the month against the Boston Celtics. That'll be like a late afternoon game. Then they'll have the Rockets, the Nets, Heat, the Wizards. It ends off with the Memphis Grizzlies, I believe. So, they got a lot of hungry teams that's outside of the playoff picture right now that's trying to get a way in. So, facing those hungry teams and those competitive teams, those are the most dangerous games the Bucks have to worry about. So I feel like within this schedule coming up, man, it's going to be like a pretty tough time for them, in this bubble. I mean, because, also they have tougher contending teams as well, like the Raptors. I think could be a threat for them come playoff time. I feel like the Raptors, the Clippers are the most threatening teams that they will have to face if they match up in the playoffs. Definitely in the regular season bubble. I'll probably say at the worst, the Bucks will finish up with 5 victories out of the 8. You know what I mean? If they don't clean up right away. So it's pretty tough. We all know about the situation with Eric Bledsoe with the coronavirus. He still is very optimistic in joining the team at some point after he does his NBA protocol or whatever. And once he goes through that process, he'll be joining the Bucks in the bubble. Then you got still a good backup core as far as with George Hill. Still a very deep, talented team. Milwaukee is. Hopefully Bledsoe can get back and join the team before the season even starts. But if not, I think they still have a lot of depth at point guard. So that's another thing that you don't really have to worry about if you're a Bucks fan. But they're gonna have it hard. The Bucks did finish at 53-12 before this restart, so that's a good thing. I think they can hold on to that number 1 spot if they hit 5 or 6 victories. I believe they was coming off a loss to the Denver Nuggets. That was the last game they played before the season had ended, before the coronavirus. So I mean, it's gonna be pretty interesting, man. But I do believe that they'll do well in the playoffs. I don't see Philly as a threat. I don't see Boston as a threat. I think they'll do well against those teams in a playoff series if they have to match up. I think they'll do well against the Indiana Pacers, something like that. But this is not really an Eastern Conference, Western Conference type thing. I don't believe. I think they're just gonna match them up from like 1-16 or some shit like that. But however it go, I feel like, there's very few teams that be a threat to eliminate the Milwaukee Bucks. But this is my prediction in the playoffs. I believe that the Bucks will make the finals this year. I think they'll be ended up going against the, I'm going to say the Lakers, because they're the number 2 team. So 1 and 2 will probably match up in the finals. The Bucks will win in 6. 4 games to 2. I got Milwaukee over the Lakers. I just feel like the repercussion of them winning in this situation will be bad, because I feel like they're going to get some hate talking about putting asterisks by people's championships or whatever. But I feel like if certain teams would win, they're kind of like maybe like it's the best thing since sliced bread. Like if LeBron and them win, you already know it's going to be like the best thing since sliced bread if they had them winning it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I think it's going to be a well-deserved championship. It's going to be tougher, actually. They had more time to prepare, a lot of off-season stuff going on. And plus, let's talk about the off-season, man. The Bucks swirling with rumors, man, with Giannis, Antetokounmpo. The Mavs threw their hat in there. I think they want to take Porzingis out and send him to Milwaukee in some type of strange package deal where they'll get Porzingis. They're willing to give up Porzingis and have Giannis come over there. Still, the leading team, I believe, right now is Golden State Warriors. Golden State Warriors has the best offer still thus far. Andrew Wiggins, Klay Thompson, and the #1 draft pick, and in a package for Giannis in some type of sign and trade if Giannis is not willing to commit come season's end. And I believe rumors on the street is Giannis is that even if he was to win like a championship this year and next season, he would still consider going into free agency and get pitched by the Golden State Warriors regardless. So if the Bucks don't really see nothing where he wants to re-sign or something like that, from what I'm hearing, they might actually consider taking that Golden State Warriors deal, man. That'd be crazy. But y'all tell me y'all thoughts of that possible deal and how y'all feel like the Bucks may fare in the bubble during the season and in the playoffs. But like I said, I got the Bucks.